قصة رجل من أبناء الخلفاء. The story of a man who was one of the sons of the caliphs. رجل من أبناء الخلفاء. One man amongst the caliph's sons. بعدما مات أبوه الذي هو خليفة. After his father passed away, his father who was a caliph. ثرية له كان لها مال كثير. ثرية كان لها مال كثير. That is interesting. ثرية, yeah, a ثرية of his father's had a lot of money. Maybe there's something I am missing here. Yani, what's the issue here? As far as I know, Surriya is a slave woman. So how a slave woman is going to have a lot of money? Slave can't own anything. So yani, it's possible, though, to put a slave in charge of something. You can authorize a slave to deal with money, but he won't own any unless he's a mukatab slave. And then he has a weak ownership because if he doesn't complete his contract, then his money will go to his master. Okay, so I'm going to read it like it appears to me. I don't know how to explain that, though. So he says, سرية له كان لها مال كثير. This caliph's surriya, this caliph had a surriya, as far as I know, means slave woman. كان لها مال كثير. She had a lot of money, but I don't know how. فابنه الذي هو أكبر أولاد الخليفة. And so his son, the one who's the oldest of the children of this caliph, من شدة حبه للمال. من شدة حبه للمال, because of his intense love of money. عذب هذه المرأة. He tortured this woman. التي كانت تحسن إليه. This woman who used to be good to him. كأنه ابنها. She used to treat him like her own son. كانت ترعاه. She used to look after him. وتبره. And she used to be good to him. وتحسن إليه إلى حد كبير. And she was very, very good to him. وهي لها مال كثير. And she had a lot of money. طالبها بأن تعطيه مالها. He requested of her to give him her money. فأبت عليه. And she refused. فعلقها. So he hung her. He hung her upside down. جعل رأسها أسفل ورجليها أعلى. He hung her upside down. He put her feet up and her head down. حتى تدفع له مالها, until she gives him her money, which is not going to be valid. Still not going to be valid, even if she gave it to him, because he forced her. He tortured her to do it, so it's not going to be valid. Remember, less than blasphemy, it's going to be permissible for you to do something under threat for less than blasphemy, and then it won't be valid. Such as to buy something, someone forces you to buy something, or someone forces you to divorce your wife, or someone forces you to confess to something, then this purchase won't be valid, and the divorce won't be valid, and the confession won't be valid, etc. These are cases less than blasphemy. When it comes to blasphemy, though, you only can do it under threat of death, not getting your money taken or imprisonment or the like. حتى إنها بالت. She even urinated on herself. وهي مصلوبة معلقة. She urinated on herself while she was masluba. So usually would mean crucified. So it's like to say basically as if he strapped her to a pole and hung her upside down. معلقة and hanging. بولها نزل إلى فمها. Her urine got to her mouth. إلى هذا الحد حب المال يفعل. To this extent would the love of money do. This is what the love of money would do to a person. And similarly, when a person is evil in religion, then it's going to make him lie. It's going to make him fabricate, do very evil things. It's worse than money. It's worse than the situation of money. When he harms people over religion, he's lying. Like this person here, for example, this person, he knows he's wrong. He knows he's being bad. He's an evil person. He just doesn't care. That's how some people are in religion too. They don't care. كانت امرأة شريفة أي محترمة. She was a respectable woman. She was an honorable woman. كان يقال لها سيدة. She was called سيدة. رحمها الله. May Allah give him what he deserves. Mean people suck. قصة ثابت البناني رضي الله عنه. The story of Thabit al-Bunani. May Allah accept from him. من الناس المؤمنين الأتقياء من كان سأل الله تعالى أن يمكنه من الصلاة في القبر. Amongst the people, amongst the God-fearing believers is who requested of God, exalted is he, to enable him to pray in his grave. قال في دعائه, he said in his dua, اللهم إن كنت مكنت أحدا من الصلاة في القبر فمكنني من الصلاة فيه. Oh Allah, if you have enabled anyone to pray in the grave, then enable me to pray there. بعدما توفي شاهده الناس. After he passed away, the people witnessed that. They witnessed him يقظة يصلي وهو في قبره. They witnessed him while conscious. يقظة, who's the mustaqif here? Who's the one who's conscious? It means the witness is the one who's conscious, meaning it was not merely a dream that they saw him praying in his grave. Or is it that he was the one who was conscious, that they witnessed him in his grave standing and praying, not upon the form of a dead person? Then the Sheikh answered my question, because I didn't review ahead of time and I didn't read ahead. يَقَظَةً لَيْسَ مَنَامًا. The witness saw that while conscious. It wasn't a dream. هذا يقال له ثابت البناني. This one, he's called Thabit al-Bunani. هذا ما رأى الرسول. He did not see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the messenger. لكن رأى أصحاب رسول الله. However, though, he did see the companions of the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that makes him what? A tabi'i, a successor with capital S. لازم أنس بن مالك. He stuck to Anas ibn Malik. خادم رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, the servant of the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or he might have been the servant boy. I don't know how long he served the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. He was about 10 years old when he served him. For how long? I don't know. Good question. Allahu Akbar. Allah, may Allah have mercy on the Shaykh. They answered my question right there too. 2 times. Allahu Akbar. الذي خدم الرسول 10 سنوات بالمدينة. The one who served the messenger for 10 years in Al-Madinah. So until he was about 20 years old. And this Anas ibn Malik, he was amongst the muhaddithun of the companions. He was one of the hadith scholars of the companions, amongst whom were Abu Hurairah, as you know, and also Aisha. These 3 were amongst the biggest: Aisha, Abu Hurairah, and Anas. Not including the hadith scholars of the companions in terms of how much they narrated, though. I said muhaddithun and called them hadith scholars. So I'm not going to say Abu Bakr was not a hadith scholar, but they don't call him, as far as I know, a muhaddith, one of the muhaddithun of the Sahaba. But what they mean is that he was not a narrator of frequent hadiths. He was not a frequent narrator of hadiths. رآه وأخذ منه العلم. This Thabit, he saw Anas and took knowledge from him. So what does saw mean? Saw means met. Not merely saw him only. He met him and encountered him and experienced him and dealt with him, interacted with him. وَكَانَ يُحِبُّهُ, and he used to love him. وَيَتَعَلَّقُ بِهِ, and he was very attached to him. لَازَمَهُ مُلَازَمَةً شَدِيدَةً, he stuck to him strongly. That's fine. If you love your sheikh, what's one of the things you don't want to do? Don't forget, don't annoy him. Don't annoy him. If you're going to stick to your sheikh, adhere to him, then be mindful. He's only a human, after all, a non-prophet human. Don't annoy him. And why that matters? Why you can't just annoy him sometimes? Why you can't trigger him sometimes? Because then it's feared that you will not reap the benefits of that sheikh. Don't annoy the sheikh, the one you call him a sheikh. Or you might be deprived of the blessings of him. There was one scholar, it was said about him, the people did not stop being on him. They ma zalu alayhi, like they didn't stop. They were always upon him until his manners became bad. But I'm sure this one was very good with his Sheikh Anas. I have no doubt about it. كان عابدا تقيا عالما. He was a worshipper, meaning worshipful, and God-fearing and knowledgeable. He was a scholar. من علماء الحديث كان. And he was one of the hadith scholars. يقال له ثابت البناني. He's called Thabit al-Bunani. قال اللهم إن كنت مكنت أحدا من الصلاة في القبر فمكنني من الصلاة في قبري. He said, "Oh Allah, if you have enabled anyone to pray in the grave, then enable me to pray in my grave." Allah Ta'ala حقق له دعوته. Allah made his supplication come true. فَشَاهَدَهُ النَّاسُ عِيَانًا. And then the people saw him They witnessed him with their own eyes وهو يصلي في قبره, while he was praying in his grave. And how could that be? How did they witness him in his grave? Because they didn't finish filling his grave in yet. They buried him, and before they filled the grave in, those who were taking care of him, a brick or a block dropped into the grave. So one of them got down to pull it out, and when he got down, he saw him standing in his grave praying. So he said to the other one, "Do you see him?" So the other one said, "Be quiet." And then he got up out of the grave, and then he filled the grave in. And then they went back to his daughter, and they said to her, "What did your father used to do?" And before answering their question, she said, "What did you see?" Yes, I like that style. Tell me first. You want some information here? Tell me first. What did you see? So they told her so they told her what they saw. And then she told them how her father prayed at night for decades. And every night he would say this dua that we said that he would say. She said, and so it would not be that Allah would not give him after that Allah would not give him what he asked for.